Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel, and today I'm going to be going over lots of finds, book finds and some other cool finds that I got on travel. All this stuff was done on a trip to New Mexico, so it'll be great stuff to show you what's working in my store, hopefully give you ideas, things that you'll be able to find and find useful in your store. So hey, with that, subscribe. I look forward to your comments, and if you like it, hey, hit the like button. If you don't like it, don't hit the dislike button. Anyway, hey, let's jump straight in. So hey, I was on travel. I've done a video on how, hey, take your extra luggage, and whenever I go on travel, I go by library bookstores or thrift stores and see what I can find. And I was recently in Alamogordo, New Mexico, and I hit a couple of thrift stores, book type thrift stores, with some great finds. And then my problem was, getting it all home, but I managed to get it all in my luggage and get it home. So let's go through some of this give you some comps and the stuff that caught my eye. Hopefully, help you catch stuff when you're out and looking for treasure. So with that, let's jump straight in. All right, here we go. So the first thing I got, they had a nice little science fiction section, and I found these books are all by the same author, this Gardner Fox. Okay, and it was two particular characters. One was this Kirik. I don't do I do science fiction, but I don't do a lot of fiction. Most of what I deal in is nonfiction. But these caught my eye. I did little searches for them. And this Gardner Fox guy, these Kirik books, they bring $5 to $10 each. Like this particular one has sold for $12.99. This one here has sold for $8. So I don't know if I'll do these. I got these for $1 a piece. They're great covers. They're in good condition, and given the price that they've sold for $8 to $12 individually on this Kirik character, I may do these individually, or I may just do a lot. I may try to sell like these for say $25 plus like $4 shipping. So that was the first four from Gardner Fox. Then I guess he also had this character Kothar. I think it's in the tradition of Conan, Robert E. Howard. And there were several of these. And again, these will bring $3, $5, sometimes $8 a piece. I got them for $1 a piece. Kind of cool covers, different, different publication dates. But like this particular one here has sold for $10 just by itself. So I'll probably do these 5 in a lot again. Maybe $25 for the 5. I got $5 on them. That'll be good. 25 plus shipping. That's what I'm thinking. Then this one store had a lot of aviation stuff, and look at this. There's an operator's manual. A lot of this is from the 60s and early 70s, and like this operator's manual, I've seen this one sell for 15 to 20. This particular one. Then there was another one that I've seen sell for on this Grumman AA1B. That's a $15. All of these were 50 cents each. There were also 2 Cessna printings. There was a Model 150 and Model 175. I think they're all probably from the same person, donated them, but each one of these are 50 cents each. And each one of these will sell for at least $15 each. So I've seen the Cessna ones, sometimes I've seen these Cessna ones sell for up to $30, these owner's manuals and user manuals for the Cessna. So for $2, that's some really good finds, all aviation. When your eye catches this stuff, if you can get it for the right price, you're in that 50 cents, $2 range. This stuff's almost a no-brainer. You can $15, $20. It's great when you run across this stuff. I like to have a truckload of this. Here's one kind of weird. It was the Mercenaries and Lyndon Johnson's More Flags, and it was where I didn't know this. I hadn't read it. Where I guess Lyndon Johnson was hiring Korean and Filipino and Thai soldiers to fight in Vietnam. So this particular book here is the only comp I could find was on Amazon. I found a comp on Amazon. There was only one available. And it was listed for $79. Hardbacks in this particular store were $3, so I paid a little more for it. But even if I get $30 or $40 for it, that's a great find for $3. Here was a International Harvester kind of models from $39 to $85. This will be $10 or $15. Good one. And again, another 50-cent one. Now here was one for $1. It was a Shepherdess of Elk River Valley. It's a Colorado history, and I think I've seen this one sell for like 20 bucks. It's usually listed for in that 20, 25, $30 range. Again, for a buck. Great. I love this history stuff in my store. Works for me. Here's a American War Plans, again for $1. This one you typically see it's a 20 to 30. Usually it's listed for like 30, and maybe 30 to 40 is what it's listed for. I'm thinking it'll probably sell for more like 20 to 25. Again, soft cover for $1. Great one. Here's one. This one, it's you see it listed in that $20 to $30 range too. My Lemonade Days. Again, it's from the 45th Infantry Division, Oklahoma National Guard. Went to World War II, so it's World War II. Has World War II, Oklahoma. You know, it's an independent publisher, so it's got all the things that make it like hard to find, right? So 20 bucks for this is not a big deal for and getting it for $1. Got a lot of margin there, so that's good. And then another kind of history. This was actually a World War I, Germans in Brazil, comparative history, cultural conflict. I hadn't seen this one on eBay. I found it on Amazon. It's a wide range. It starts around 15 bucks, so I'm thinking 12 or 15. I actually paid $3 for this. I think the comps I'd found when I was there at the store were a little higher, but it's still kind of cool. So that's good. All right, so I stopped at this one thrift store, and this place was junked. I mean, it had stuff it was small, but it had just stuff crammed. And I'm going around, and there was a Tandy computer. It was not one of the real early ones, but I was like, I'm traveling. There's no way I can get this whole computer. And I think the computer had value, if it worked, for about 200 bucks. But the keyboard was there, and this is one of the later models. It's the Tandy enhanced keyboard, and this sells for 80 to 115 bucks. So I took it up and I said, hey, this keyboard, would you just sell the keyboard? And the lady said, I think, yeah, we're getting maybe $2 or $3 for them. And then the guy said, would you take it for $1? And I said, sure, I'll give you $1 for it. So I got this Tandy keyboard, and it fit in my luggage. It's pretty long, right? It fit in my luggage, but this thing is so heavy. You know, if you're a computer programmer, and I haven't tested it yet, but I'm certain it'll work. It's got the old, you know, I think these are PS2s. These things are like indestructible, right? I'm certain it'll work. And if you're a computer programmer, you can program and you have a weapon, right? So you could use this for like self-defense, you know, take it, you know, bar fights, zombie apocalypse. You've got a weapon, you know, to use as well as to program. So that's good. These have sold. I've seen one just sell just a couple days ago for $115. I got it for $1. I'll test it and make sure and clean it up. But great find, and I'm glad it fit in my luggage. Go figure. Always have extra luggage, right? Okay, so then now back to the books. I got this Hornblower Companion. It's kind of ratted out. It's a first edition, but it's kind of ratted out. In this condition, it's probably only going to bring 10 bucks. I thought it being a first edition, I maybe could get a little more for it, but I think the condition's going to bring it down to only 10 bucks. I got $2 in it, so that one's okay. There's a really pristine, nice book on constructing munitions of war. I see this one. It's about a $25 to $30 book. I paid $3 for this one. Really nice volume. Here's one that's interesting. I guess I got in this section with a lot of, you know, war history type stuff. And here's 7 Years in Hanoi, and it's you know, POW story, right? And this is only about a $10 book hardback, but it's a first print. But then I paid $3 for it. But what I noticed is it is signed by the author. It's not flat signed. It is, you know, gift inscription to somebody, but signed by the author. So I thought for $3 with it being signed, worth it. So got that. Then Big Springs. Okay, this is a $15 book. I paid $3 for this one. What's interesting about this one, that's again, the person who had this, and it was this Bob Teller person. They've got things where from a centennial, you know, there's their ex Libris sticker. But I find sometimes I love that, you know, somebody went to their centennial, which was in 1949, and got that sticker. And I'll say that some people might say, hey, that takes away from the book, but in this case, I think it adds to it. This will be a good $15 book. Yeah, this one thrift store. I got an early World According to Garp. It's got some condition, but I got it for a dime, so I'll at least be able to sell it for $10. Condition. It's an early print. It's actually I think it's actually a full size book club edition. If it was a first edition, that could be a couple $100, but it'll be 10-15 bucks. I got it because I got it for a dime, and I love this book. I read this book years ago. John Irving, great author. This is a good one. All right, now the next thing, and this is what almost pushed my luggage over the top. It's a whole stack of scale modeler magazines, and these are from like 1969, 1970, 71, 72, and the subject matter is just cool, right? It's all about planes. These, this is, I've got a buddy that does modeling, especially for Warhammer stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, this is when guys, they knew what, people knew what they were doing. This is crazy talented people that were doing this stuff, back in the day without 3D printing and things. So these magazines, again, these are all late 60s, early 70s. I see these scale modelers sell for individually. Sometimes they'll bring, $7, $8, $10 a piece. I may sell them as a year. I'm going to go through them and make sure that there's not some key issues, but I may end up just selling them, put like, I've got a full year 1972s, put them all together and sell them for a year. I have success with that. They go faster. I got these for $4. So, a year of these might bring 30 or 40 bucks if I package them like that. So I thought this was cool, fine, but that's what almost killed my luggage. I can't, they're heavy, but anyway, there's, I don't know, there's a ton of them in there. I got probably, there's like over 20, there's like maybe 30, like 3 years worth, 36 or so. So anyway, good find. Okay. Then there was some tractor stuff. I don't know much about tractors, but here's this Alice Chalmers. There's Chalmers, I think. There's a shop manual, then there's a service manual, and then there's another shop manual that's got some other stuff. I may put all these together. I have to do a little research. These, I see these individually, sometimes selling for 30 bucks. These were also the 50 cents each. So great. I may put them together, may sell them individually, but I'm thinking at least 30 bucks for those. Then there was a John Deere tractor manual. This is another one that's, I've seen this one sell for this model number for 30 bucks. Again, another 50-cent one. Then there was, guess this person was really into it. I think it was all the same person, but there's, this coal transportation museum, and I don't even know where this is. Yeah, I'm not even sure where this transportation museum is. This may be a New Mexico thing. I have to look too. I don't know if that's actually a printed signature or they actually signed it by the person who started this. So kind of interesting. I haven't found, I found some similar things from this museum. I think it's like 15 bucks. Good for me. I got it for 50 cents. It's a great one. Then there's some more another pilot thing for the P-38 Lightning. This is a good $15. Again, I got it for 50 cents. Great find. And then the approaching storm. I guess World War II. You had U-boats off the eastern coast there. There's a book about it. I see this one listed and sold for like 20 bucks. Like, this was $1. And then the last thing I found, another tractor thing, but this 150 years of International Harvester. Beautiful volume, really good shape. It's just got tons of photos in it, kind of like this photo history of the International Harvester tractors. I see this all over the place. I see it listed up to 100 bucks, but in general, I see it selling between 35 and 60. So I'm thinking, this is in great shape. I'll probably list it for 50, see what happens. Somebody give me a best offer for 40 or 35, I'll probably take it. But this is at least 35, maybe up to 50 or 60. I paid $3 for this one as well. So all great finds. All of this was found in New Mexico and brought home to Alabama. Again, totally maxed out my luggage. I had books in my luggage and my backpack. I was in my keyboard, my Tandy zombie apocalypse weapon. So all good stuff. So anyway, when you travel, I love doing it. I love going to places, and lets me see a different part of the town. And you know, things that I find on travel often are very different than things I find in where I'm at. You know, it's different stores have different flavors and different kinds of merchandise you find. So that's part of the fun too. So I hope you found that useful. Again, it's what's working for me in my store, the types of things that I like to buy and that my eye goes to. Hopefully you found it useful, and good luck hunting. If you see something, you know, in your treasure hunts, remember, if you see cool, you got to buy cool. So happy hunting, be safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.